Have you been anxiously waiting for that payment from the government to hit your account? The one that could make a huge difference in your finances as a senior. Well, wait no longer, my friends, because it's finally happening. That money you've been hoping and praying for is about to drop into your bank account. After years of talking about it and months of anticipation, the Canadian government is finally coming through with a massive one-time payment for struggling seniors across the country. I'm talking thousands of dollars deposited directly into your hands. For many of you, this could be an absolute game changer in being able to make ends meet and afford the basic necessities as a retiree on a fixed income. So get ready, because that money train is coming down the tracks. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, Seniors Money. I'm Michael, and on this channel, I break down all the latest money news, financial benefits, income streams, and money-saving tips for us seniors to live our best lives on a fixed income. As many of you already know, inflation has been raging out of control, devastating our buying power and making it increasingly difficult for retirees and pensioners to get by. Things like groceries, rent, healthcare, utilities, and other basic essentials have been rising at an alarming rate. And those of us on fixed incomes have really felt the squeeze of our dollars stretching less and less far. That's why I started this channel, to keep you all informed about any extra income sources, benefit payments, or money-saving hacks that can help provide some breathing room during these tough times. I'm committed to ensuring seniors don't fall through the cracks and have access to the resources they need and deserve. So if you're new here, make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all bell notifications. That way you'll get instantly alerted whenever I release new money-making and money-saving tips that can help put more cash in your pocket as a senior. No tedious research required. I'll do all the hard work so you don't have to. Let's get started. Alright, let's jump right into the huge money news that so many of you have been eagerly anticipating. As of this Wednesday, May 8, 2024, the Canadian federal government has officially approved and started the process of distributing a massive one-time payment to millions of low-income seniors living right here at home. I'm talking about a direct deposit of $3,290 that will be hitting your bank accounts over the next few weeks if you qualify. This is part of the Guaranteed Income Supplement, or GIDS top-up, that was first proposed back in late 2022 as part of the federal budget. With the skyrocketing cost of living from inflation at levels not seen in 40 years, the rising expenses on housing, healthcare, prescription drugs, and other daily necessities, the government recognized that vulnerable seniors on fixed incomes were being squeezed financially more than ever before. Seniors advocacy groups have been sounding the alarm for years about retirees living in poverty, unable to afford basic needs like food, shelter, and critical medical care. And sadly, this became an even bigger crisis when prices started explosively escalating in 2022 due to supply chain disruptions, the impacts of the pandemic, Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and so on. Finally, the federal government acknowledged that urgent action was required to help the millions of Canadian seniors and retirees barely scratching by on meager incomes and dwindling life savings. So as part of their solution, they introduced this new one-time Guaranteed Income Supplement top-up payment as a way to instantly get more money directly into the pockets and bank accounts of our nation's most financially vulnerable seniors. Now, before you get too excited thinking this is just free money for anyone over 65, there are some key eligibility requirements and details to be aware of. First and foremost, you must already be receiving the Old Age Security Pension payment, as well as being approved for the Guaranteed Income Supplement, which are the two main income benefits for low-income retirees aged 65 and up in Canada. Those with higher incomes or significant assets and savings won't qualify for this new top-up. Secondly, it's specifically for single seniors with an annual income less than $20,370 from all sources, including OAS, CPP, workplace pensions, withdrawals from RRSPs or other investments, employment earnings if you're still working part-time, and so on. The income cutoff for senior couples is a combined $33,720 per year. So there are definitely strict income thresholds in place here. But if you do meet those low-income criteria of being a single senior making under $20,370 per year or a couple earning less than $33,720 combined, then congratulations. You should be receiving that $3,290 lump sum payment very soon if the funds hadn't already been directly deposited into your account over the past few days. For the over 3 million Canadian seniors who will qualify for this benefit top-up, it really will provide some much-needed financial breathing room to make ends meet and regain some independence and dignity as a retiree. An extra $3,290 might not sound like a massive fortune, but for someone trying to survive on $18,000 per year or less, it's absolutely substantial. However, I also know what many of you might be thinking, that while an extra $3,000 or so certainly helps in the short term, with inflation still raging over 8% annually and all your expenses and bills continually rising, that money is still just going to get eaten up extremely quickly. You're not imagining things. The stats show that hundreds of thousands of Canadian seniors are still living in poverty and struggling terribly. And you're absolutely right to think that way about this top-up being temporary relief. This one-time payment from the government should be celebrated as a critical victory for cash-strapped seniors everywhere. But it's certainly not a long-term solution or going to make anyone wealthy overnight. The sad truth is that far too many older Canadians are being drastically underpaid through the OAS, GS, CPP and other pension programs that clearly need to be updated and increased regularly to match the true cost of living. However, despite the limitations of this new benefit, every little bit of extra money helps for those in desperate need. And smart money management and conservative financial planning is absolutely key here in order to maximize the impact of this $3,290 payment based on your own personal situation and needs as a senior. So let me give you some tips and suggestions on how to best stretch this money for your specific circumstances. If you're a renter, obviously a big portion could go towards prepaying several months of rent in advance to ease that burden and secure your housing situation for a while. For homeowners who are struggling with mortgage payments still, you can use the funds to pay down some principal and reduce your overall debt load. Or put the money into a redlinkable home equity line of credit as a financial buffer and safety net for any major unexpected costs. Another option for homeowners is using the $3,290 to cover some repairs, upgrades or energy efficiency retrofits that increase your home's value and make it more financially sustainable long term. Things like a new roof, windows, furnace, solar panels, landscaping, and so on. On the daily essentials side, allocating a portion towards paying for several months of groceries or gas upfront and stocking up makes a ton of sense given rapidly rising food and fuel costs. The same strategy applies to paying for prescriptions, medical supplies, healthcare supplies like incontinence products, mobility aids like walkers, scooters or wheelchair ramps, really anything that boosts your health, independence, and quality of life. Thanks as always for supporting Seniors Money, and I'll see you legends again very soon for the next big video dropping. Until next time, love you all and keep stacking that retirement cash.